What's going on YouTube? I wanted to show you guys my dual band setup at my house. I got the Icom 2730A. Pretty much that's their website. It's an inexpensive dual bander. Does 50 watt on VHF and UHF. And you have true split. So as you can see, I have one repeater on one side and another. It's similar to my Kenwood radio. It's a V71A, both in specs and just about everything, and much cheaper. I get really good audio reports on it. It sounds really good. So I have the transceiver over here off to the side along with the power supply, and I'm running a MFJ 4215, the same one that I'm running with the Kenwood. I bought two of them when they were on sale at HRO, and that's where the actual radio is at. And I have an external speaker that I picked up on Amazon for, I believe, like 13 bucks. Has a built-in noise filter. Actually works really well. So if it's a lot of static on some of these repeaters that are far away and blocked by the mountains, I get quite a bit of static on them, so I use a noise filter, and it tends to do really well. And then if you're trying to do something, like you get a phone call or whatever, you're not turning the volume down, you can just hit the mute button, and it takes it down, what, 8 dB? So that's pretty good. I can run over the specs. Kind of boring, but you know, you got your 2 meter, and then it does the receive, a wideband receive, so you can listen to like your AM like airplane and all that stuff, like air traffic. So transmits on 2 meter and 70 centimeter, and it has a wide receive, like I said. Memory channels, you have 1052 memory channels. It is an analog radio, so it does not do any of the digital modes, which is, I think, why the price is pretty low. It sounds good. I get really good audio reports. It has different power inputs or outputs. So you got 5 watt, 15, and 50. So if you're trying to use it for like on the go or whatever, and you're trying to use it with external battery, so it does allow you to do the 5 watt. Whatever, this is all the other stuff, so you guys get the idea. Pretty good radio. I got it when Icom still had the rebate available. I believe the price was $269 with a $20 rebate, so it puts it at $249, which is a pretty good deal for a dual band radio at 50 watts. And it's got a detachable face. But what I ended up doing is I velcroed it to this bracket. There's a velcro on both sides, so on the back of the radio, and this bracket is heavy duty. It's like a 1/4 inch steel, so I just welded it, 2 pieces of it, and then that way I can see, I could scroll through the repeaters, I can hit different buttons and not worry about it like moving on me, because you know, that's gets annoying if you try to play with the radio and it moves on you. So, and the reason why I like this setup is because I use it on my computer desk right here. So because I use it on my computer desk, I don't necessarily want the whole unit here. It's just nice to just have the face, and then when I'm not using it, I just set it off to the side, just move it over like this, put the mic here, and then I have my mouse pad to use with my monitors, so it doesn't really get in the way. Versus like having a radio sit on the table and then it just gets in your way. So this setup kind of works for me, and then the power supply is down here. Well, that's it, guys. Pretty simple setup, really good. It works really well. Like I said, I'm getting really good audio report on it, on all the channels and whatnot. So let's see. How do you go back to, let's see, memory call? Here we go. Yeah, so let's see if I can get somebody to answer. Just called in the radio check on the CZ240. We'll see what happens. And the fans kick on, so there's a little fan over here. That kicks on. when you're transmitting. And I'm running this out to a Comet GP3 that's mounted on the roof of my house, and I'll go show you guys that in a second. Well, I guess no one's monitoring right now, so I'll go ahead and turn this off and I'll go show you guys the antenna. It's raining outside right now, but that's the antenna. It's a Comet GP3 that me and my lady put up. She helped me put it up. And we're using a Dish Network mount, I believe. No, it was a Viasat, whatever it was, a satellite internet. We got rid of it because it was horrible. And we ended up using their pretty stout mount. It has like 8 bolts to hold it to the roof. So you can see right there, that's the ground plane, the 3 radials, and then the coax running out of the mount. It's a really nice mount. It goes right there, and that's a Comet GP3. And we just followed the way they ran the coax into the office right there. I ran it in, I drilled a hole, made a little plug, put some silicone on it, and ran it into the house. So that's that. So I just wanted to show you guys my inexpensive budget setup. I didn't want to spend too much money on this radio because I can't hit too many repeaters, having all these mountains and stuff around, like right there. Tends to block my signal, so I'm only able to hit about 8 repeaters with it. So I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on the radio and, you know, end up having only like a few repeaters I can use it on. So instead of getting another Kenwood that's about $100 more easily, I ended up getting the Icom. The thing is with the Icom, it doesn't give you a mounting bracket. It doesn't give you a face, like you can't mount the actual face onto the radio without buying another piece. So then that makes it kind of, for certain applications, especially for mobile use, it makes it way more expensive than it needs to be after you end up buying all the parts. So it ends up being as much as a Kenwood, and at that point, of course, the Kenwood's a better buy. But for my specific application in the office, where, like I said, I didn't need it to be attached to the actual radio body, I specifically wanted the face to be separate. And, you know, that bracket took me less than 5 minutes to throw together in the garage, a couple of welds, you know, weld spots, and it was done. And it's strip of Velcro. Later, it's on there, you know. I saved myself like $50 without having to buy the mount. And I'm not using it in the vehicle, so then I don't need the mounting bracket. It's just it's sitting on my table. So saves money there. And plus the rebate, so for what, $249, I think it's a great deal for a Japanese-made radio that I'm getting really good reports on again. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed it. On my cell phone, I forgot my camera at my parents' house, so I'm just using my cell phone, and I don't have my laptop here either, so I'm using just direct upload from cell phone, no editing. So sorry for poor video quality and lack of intro and all that good stuff, but I'm bored and I'm just trying to make some videos while the weather stabilizes enough for me to work on my Jeep. So take it easy.